Sony recently addressed the massive PlayStation Network, PSN outage that left millions of gamers unable to access online services, purchase games, or even play single-player titles that required online verification. In a detailed statement, the company explained that the disruption stemmed from a critical back-end server failure, exacerbated by an unexpected surge in network traffic. Sony's engineers worked tirelessly for over 48 hours to restore full functionality, but for many PlayStation users, the damage had already been done. Players who had planned gaming sessions with friends, competitive esports matches, or simply wanted to unwind after a long day were left frustrated by the lack of access and real-time updates from Sony. Even worse, digital purchases were affected, with some transactions failing mid-process, causing players to lose money without receiving their games. When Sony finally announced a compensation plan, many felt it was inadequate. The company offered affected players a 7-day extension to PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now subscriptions, along with a 10% discount on future purchases in the PlayStation Store. However, this gesture did little to soothe the anger of those who had lost valuable in-game rewards, tournament placements, or simply the ability to enjoy their leisure time uninterrupted. Social media exploded with complaints, with many players pointing out that Xbox and PC gaming services rarely experience such prolonged outages, and when they did, compensation was often more substantial. Some players argued that Sony's response was merely a corporate move to minimize backlash rather than a genuine effort to make amends. Others highlighted a deeper concern, Sony's aging network infrastructure, which, despite the billions in revenue generated from PlayStation subscriptions, still seemed vulnerable to large-scale failures. Industry analysts weighed in, suggesting that Sony might need to overhaul its entire network architecture to prevent similar issues in the future, particularly as the gaming industry moves further into cloud-based services. Meanwhile, smaller developers who relied on PSN to sell their games also suffered losses, as the outage meant lost sales and disrupted player engagement. For Sony, the incident was a stark reminder that even a single technical failure could shake consumer confidence, and their response in the coming weeks would determine whether they could regain the trust of their loyal gaming community.